We're finally back for Riverdale. Season 6, episode 2. We were gonna... Sorry about it being so late, but we were going to do it sooner, but I guess we were just busy this week or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just doing it now. But we're gonna talk about episode 2, which I forgot the name of it already. And then I actually wrote down a little bit of notes on a piece of paper, just so we can fucking...
We're all shocked.
Well, just so we can, like, you know, I guess go along with it a little bit. Because I feel like those shows, or those, what's it called? Those, like, internet, like, little... What's it called? I don't know if it's a blog. I don't know what to call them. Where, like, they talk about them. I feel like they leave out a lot of stuff that I could talk about.
Recaps.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. So it's easier for me to just write it down and be like, oh, yeah, this happened, this happened. But yeah, we're talking about episode 2, and then we're going to talk about episode 3, hopefully sometime soon, too. Because that is the one that's technically out as well now, I think. But yeah. So it starts with the Jughead narration. Again.
Yeah, it's basically like a ripoff of Unsolved Mysteries.
And something about him talking something about, like, ghosts of past, or whatever the fuck bullshit. Which I guess has a theme throughout this whole episode at least, is like ghosts for some reason. But it starts off like right in the action for some reason. There's a huge fight between like the ghoulies and the serpents. And I don't really know why. I guess that's because of the torture of the last episode, I guess, or the first episode. Remember they were torturing that one guy?
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, I guess we fight now. And then they had this huge brawl out on a street for some reason. And then I don't know, like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden like one woman's like gonna pull a gun and decide to like shoot someone. And then fucking Tony like grabs an axe and like throws it at her.
Oh yeah.
And then like some kid jumps in the way. And then fucking gets impaled in the chest, and then I guess he just straight up dies. And he's like, what the fuck? She just straight up kills a fucking kid.
Yep.
And I was like, okay then.
By accident though.
Yeah.
She meant to murder someone else.
No, and then apparently, because after that she's like telling what happened. She's like, I just wanted to like hurt them. I didn't want to like or distract them or whatever.
Why would you fucking throw an axe? If you wanted to hurt someone, don't throw an axe. That's like.
I mean, and then it just so happened that the person she was trying to throw at was the mom, and the kid was the kid of the mom.
I mean, I wish that kid didn't dive in front of her, because then the mom character would be dead and we wouldn't have to listen to her shit anymore.
But it's like, so apparently the kid is in the same gang as her mom. And the mom is like part of this gang, and the kid is also part of this gang. And the kid like, so it's just like, I'm just like, that's just bad parenting. Why is your kid in the gang?
Yeah. Like,
there's chances of him fucking just dying. Of course there is. I don't know, so it's fucking stupid. And then we go to a little bit of Reggie. Reggie's dad is sick, I guess, or whatever. He's in his like shop thing. His shop store, right, that he owns, and then like he ends up buying like, I don't know if it's the exact same car, but he ends up buying some car that was like the same as his old one back in like high school. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, alright, so he bought it off, like he paid more to this guy that was like went into his store to buy it or whatever. And then as he's sitting in the car, there's like some random like girl in the backseat, some random like just some random like hot chick in the backseat, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Who is this? And then it just like,
who is this and what is your number?
Yeah, that's. Who is this and why do I give a? Why should I not care? She's gonna be here for all of 30 seconds. She's gonna have a total screen time of all of 5 seconds, and then it cuts from that. We don't get the answer to that. And then it goes to Jughead with Tabitha or whatever, and then they go to their new house, and he's like being lazy and whatever all day or whatever. And then for some reason, as they're like, I forgot exactly how they found this out, but there's like a secret room in their house, in Tabitha and Jughead's house for some reason. So they somehow find it, and they're like, oh my god, new room, and like, you know, like a secret room, and like anyone else would be like, what the fuck? Why is there a secret room here, and why has no one told me about this? And there's just a bunch of like ships and bottles and shit everywhere. And Jughead's like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's like, I guess this will be my new hobby now. And then he fucking does shit with that. Oh yeah, and then I think it cuts directly from this into like a random ass lake. And then all of a sudden, you see just a black figure come out, rise out of the lake.
Oh yeah.
And just fucking walk. And you're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Is this a new serial killer? This is actually a fucking...
Is this a reincarnation of Archie?
Archie, yeah. It is Archie. Is this the lake killer?
This is what Cheryl turned Archie into.
Yeah, just a fucking random person dressed in all black. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? Like an actual serial killer, or just some random weird person, or like, is this actually a ghost now? Like, what is this? And then oh yeah, it goes to, I think it cuts to like the Cheryl mansion or whatever, and then like, cause she has all those kids right in her thing, and then there's like some girl taking a shower, and then like all these people are trying to get Cheryl to like help her, I guess, because they're like, we're trying to get in a room, but we're trying to get into the bathroom, but we can't get there. You need help, and then she comes in and she's like, and then like it cuts to like Cheryl like trying to get in, and it's like, let me in, and then but then like it goes to like the shower, and then you see like the black person dressed in all black strangling the fucking like the girl in the shower.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? You're like, holy shit. And then it like I guess Cheryl manages to like break in, and then like the thing like just disappears, and then she like saves her. And then you're like, holy shit, I guess ghosts are now a thing, I guess, in Riverdale.
Yep.
So confirmed. They just went full fucking... Remember how, like, the past 5 seasons, they're like, hey, you know the supernatural shit? Never mind, it can all be explained, but now, nope. It's actually all supernatural.
It's actually all true.
I mean, it's a multiverse, or it's a different universe, I guess. Whatever goes, goes.
Yep.
I wrote... Oh, yeah, no, I think Tabitha found it. So it cuts back to, like, Tabitha and Jughead. And then Tabitha confronts, I think, the person that sold them the place, the real estate agent or whatever. And she's like, why is there fucking a secret room in here? And then she's like, I told Jughead or whatever. And then she talks to Jughead, and then apparently, like, a previous couple that owned this place had died in it. And it was like, it was like a murder-suicide or whatever the fuck. It was like,
Oh, yeah. It was like fucking, like, Amityville or something.
Yeah. It was
some
like,
shit.
The wife killed the husband in a similar situation of, like, the husband being super artistic or whatever the fuck. And then the wife being kind of, like, all pissed because of it. And then, like... So she killed the husband, and then she kills herself, I guess.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened. And then, like, they're like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me about this? And then Jughead's like, nope. I thought you really liked the place, so I thought it'd be okay. And then they had, like, I think a talk about ghosts or something, and then they're like, no, I don't believe that shit or whatever. Oh yeah, and then Veronica finds out Reggie is, like, lying or something to her.
Right.
Because, she keeps trying to, like, hang out with him, I guess. And then Reggie's like... Or Reggie's, like, staying late or whatever the fuck and doing all this other stuff. It's because he bought a new car, and then, like... I don't know, Veronica thinks he's, like, cheating, but then, like... She finds out that, like, oh, it's just, like, a new car that he bought. and for some reason he's keeping it in the like high school auto shop.
Oh, right.
And I'm just like, why? Why keep it there of all things? My writing is... I can't even read my own writing.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Where is it? I don't remember what I wrote. I think this was like, it cuts back to like Jughead and Tabitha.
Right.
And then like, Tabitha's all like... Oh yeah, like, Tabitha's talking about like because like the woman like murdered her and her husband and like killed herself.
Right.
And then she's like, "Oh, that's barbaric. How barbaric. That's crazy." But then like literally like the last episode, like they all killed Archie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah,
that's kind of hypocritical. What the fuck? Like, okay, that's kind of weird because they all killed Archie, but all right. Oh yeah, and then like, they're talking about like some sort of the ghost because it turns out like Cheryl's like, I can't remember if it's Cheryl or someone else, but like they're like, it's La Llorona or whatever.
Yeah,
is the
Llorona.
fucking ghost. Yeah, and they're like, that's the ghost now, and I'm like, all right, I guess they're just going Mexican ghost person now with the La Llorona.
Janus. Cold War spy
And
master.
because like she ends up in
First
Cheryl's place
Providence
first, and then I
prospect.
think she
I wonder
goes
how much he
to
remembers.
like
little
someone else's
cares.
place as well. I think after, and then I wrote V and Reggie are kissing in the car for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I wrote that.
I don't know.
I think that was. I guess that was important. Oh yeah, then it cuts to like Tabitha having a like. It cuts to her like holding a hammer, and she's getting pissed at Jughead, and then she runs over and like, she's just like he's typing like with his to his story, and then she ends up like just hitting him in the back of the head and killing him. But then it ends up being a dream, and I'm like, okay, so Tabitha's having dreams about killing fucking Jughead for some reason. Oh yeah, and then Tabitha goes to like. The place she works at, the Poplik shop, fucking shop.
Poplet shop?
Yeah. I don't know, I keep wanting to call it the Poplik shop, but it's fucking shops. No, what is it? The shop's chocolate shop?
Yeah.
Or something like that? I don't even
The
know.
chocolate shop.
Yeah. But isn't it Pops? No, Pops chocolate shop? Yeah. I keep wanting to call it something else for some reason. But she goes there to talk to her dad for some reason. Because as we found out from, I think it was last episode, right, that he comes back to work there.
Right.
And then she's like, do you believe in ghosts? And then her dad's like, of course I do, silly. And then doesn't he mention, because I think we just watched this too, like doesn't he mention that like somebody died in like in the in the restaurant, in the diner?
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, someone died in the diner. Then we had like weird noises all over the place and everything going crazy. But then there were riots, and I was like, wait, there were riots in fucking Riverdale? When? What the fuck?
Maybe it was everyone that watched the show.
And then yeah. And then they were like, and then he was like after the riots it was all quiet and stuff. So I think the ghosts are scared of noises.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? So ghosts in this universe are just scared of noises. If you yell loudly or if you make a big kerfuffle, they're just like, fuck it, I'm scared, I'm peace out. And they run away. I don't know why. Because they're fucking ghosts, but I guess they just do that.
Yeah.
For some reason. And then then I wrote riots in the 80s, because that was weird. And I wrote riots scared off ghosts. Oh yeah, and then after that, fucking La Llorona visits Betty. So we see Betty sleeping, and then like, all of a sudden you see the black figure fucking just come in. And she's like, this is my bitch now. And then she does like the E.T. phone home to her like belly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then it's like, and then you hear noises and shit, and then she wakes up and it's like, and then she's gone, and you're like, what the fuck? And then there's like some slimy ass residue of a hand on her belly. And then I think it cuts to like, I kind of, okay, no. And then before that, like, so it cuts to that, and then it goes to like Tony. Or no, was it Tony? I forgot who it was. No, it was Tabitha. And then like it shows like Archie's face on the milk carton. And you know like they back in the day they had like missing on milk cartons and shit.
The group photo from the first gathering.
Janus is looking for an old
Where it's like
photo.
this person is
It might be interesting to see.
this person's missing, and they put it like on the back of a milk carton.
Clean up after yourselves.
So it was basically
Wait, what?
so it was basically that. Except it had Archie's face on it.
I saw
Except
a
like
weapon lying
no one
around.
like we all know that he's dead, but like no one. It's weird that like no one talks about it in this episode at all. Yeah, so I find it funny that like that nobody mentions Archie at all, even after they fucking just murdered him.
Yeah. I'm like, cool, you just fucking like ripped a guy's heart out and we're not even gonna talk about it?
Yeah.
Cool, alright.
Alright. Yeah, you just fucking Mortal Kombated Archie's fucking heart. But I guess we're fine now.
Yeah.
We can all... Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Alright, and then, fucking, what is it? Veronica's, like, playing with Reggie's car. She finds, like, she does that thing, the classic thing where you flip that, what's that thing called? The fold at the top? Like, for the sun, I guess? I don't know what that thing's called. The sun blocker or whatever. And then, like, a picture comes out and it's a fucking, hot-ass woman or whatever. And then she's like, what the fuck? And she turns it around. And it says, like, it says something of, like, you can cry on my shoulder anytime you want. Or something.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then she says something in, like, old age, thing, which is like, you cad or something. And I was like, what? What the fuck is a cad?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, alright then. And then she's like, I guess gonna find Reggie or confront him. And she's walking through the halls. And she goes and she bumps into Mr. Weatherby, right?
Oh, right.
And then they drops the picture and he's like, why do you have a picture of so-and-so,
Yeah.
fucking whatever the fuck her name is?
She, like, had inappropriate relationships with students.
Yeah. So she was the driver's ed teacher. But yeah, as you said, she had inappropriate relations with some of the boys.
Yeah.
And then then Veronica's like, what the fuck? And then, like, Mr. Weatherby's like, what was her name again? Oh, yeah, Isabella, which is, like, the name of the car that Reggie decided to name his car, which is Bella. And then Veronica gets all, like, what the fuck? Gets all pissed and then, like, fucking leaves, all stormed off. And then, so fucking... Oh, yeah, and then it goes to... There's a social worker meeting up with... What's her name? Tony, I think?
Yeah.
They're talking, and then, like, the baby's in the other room, and then all of a sudden you see Llorona come out from the fucking closet.
Yeah.
Like fucking Michael Jackson or something.
Whoa.
It's coming from inside the house! And then she's like... creepy bones and fingers or whatever. Some of the parts with her is kind of creepy. And then she goes and, like, touches the baby and shit, and then the baby's all crying.
Yeah.
And they all run to the room, and then for some reason there's just a bunch of water on the floor, and then the baby's on the floor.
Whoa.
And then they look at each other, and they're like, "Whoa, you have nipples too."
Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
Nice. Oh yeah, and then they fucking... they are, like... Betty's all convinced or whatever of Llorona. And then they're talking... It's them and fucking Tony and someone else. And, like, Fangs, I think, right?
Yeah.
And they're all, like... They all have this map, and for some reason they all figure out they're like... It's Llorona, she came from the lake, and she's following a path.
Yeah.
It was Cheryl first, and then someone else, and then now me, and then now it's you, Tony. And then Tony's like, and I think it's gonna end with me. I'm the last one. She wants to kill my baby. And then Fangs is like, how do you know? And then she's like, call it mother's intuition, and then she queefs.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Brilu. She queefed to end her sentence.
Yeah. That's how they end every sentence with a woman in the show.
What? Alright.
They just
Fucking banned, alright.
they just queef the, and you're like, is that added in post effect, or is that just, or do they actually have to queef? You'll never know.
They have to get. They have to pull them back for post-production effects. Find out next time.
Yeah.
We're never going to discuss it again.
And then, what was it, like, Veronica calls Reggie to go to that auto shop place where his car is at,
Oh yeah.
and then he walks in and he's like, what the fuck is this? And his car is all just like completely
Oh, yeah.
busted.
Yeah. And she's like, you shouldn't romanticize an abusive relationship. And Reggie's like, my dad just died. And then Veronica just felt like total shit.
Yeah. You know, Veronica's like, you shouldn't have romanticized you shouldn't romanticize an abusive relationship, and then Reggie's like, but my dick was hard. I guess you didn't hear that.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
Oh, you did.
But babe, my dick was hard.
But babe, my dick was rock hard. But yeah, they like talk about it or whatever, and then apparently, I guess the driver's ed teacher didn't do anything to him or whatever. And then so there was that one thing that she messed up on, and then yeah, like you mentioned that like he's like, I just came up from the hospital and my father's dead, and you're like, what the fuck? And then we're just like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you fucked up so royally, holy shit. That's fucking insane. How do you mess up that badly, Veronica?
When you're Veronica.
Yeah. Only when you're Veronica. And after that it cuts to, oh yeah, and then like fucking Tony, I forgot whose idea was this, but Tony and fucking Betty, they decide to go summon fucking La Llorona so they can talk to her.
You brought this on yourself, citizen. Stay calm.
How are you so smooth escape? But yeah, they decided to go to like Cheryl's house to run.
How do I run?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What do you mean, how do I run? I think you've played this more than I have. But yeah, so they decided to go to Cheryl's house, and then to summon her, so they call. So it's Cheryl. So it's four of them. It's Cheryl, her grandmother, the crazy bitch,
Oh yeah.
fucking Betty, and what's the other one? Tony. And then they all sitting around in a circle, and they all summon the fucking La Llorona, and it inhabits the body of like the old grandmother. So she's like speaking through her, but like you can see, and like we can see her, but like she's like right behind the grandmother, but like you can't see her in like, I guess, real life if you were there.
And she starts like fucking throwing up, vomiting water.
Yeah, well, she starts telling them like they start asking her questions or whatever. I forgot her name, but we find out that it's like fucking it's Martha or some fucking person. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Some fucking person that died in like some previous life that was people thought she was a witch or something. And she calls like babies babes.
Yeah.
I think, because she does it like 2 or 3 times in this episode, and you're like, wait, babes, what?
I have the babe. I'm like, what? Are you fucking gangster right now? Like, what?
She's like, all the babes were killed under my watch, and you're like, what? You mean like women, or do you mean? What do you mean, like fucking babies?
Are you like fucking Johnny Bravo? and babes. Don't forget babes.
Yeah. But then yeah, they ask her, they're like, who summoned you? And then like the grandma's like literally spewing water out of nowhere. And they're like, she's gonna die. And they're like, no, we need to find out. And then like they pull her out of it. And then the grandmother's like out of the trance already, but she's like, it's I forgot the name. It's some fucking random name. And then they're like, I think it was Martha something or whatever the fuck. And they're like, wait, why is that? And then Betty's like, why does his name sound so familiar? And then Tony's like, oh, I know. It's because it's the mother of the kid I killed earlier. And you're like, what the fuck?
I knew that fucking woman was a witch.
No, she's not a witch. She just summoned.
Kind of sounds like witchcraft.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. And then she's like, she summoned her from the grave, and you're like, what? You're like, all right. I guess it just takes someone killing your son and then being like, I summon ye.
Yeah.
Go get him. Go get him, witch. Yeah, so that fucking happens, and then they decide to... What is it like? I think they decide to like go meet her in the grave for some reason too, in the ceremony or whatever. But for some reason she's still there. So I guess she just summoned La Llorona, and then just stayed there for like 72 hours or whatever. Yep. So they confront her, and then they're like, "You summoned her," and then she's like, "Yes, it was I. I who summoned her. He." And then you're like, "What is going on in the show?" And then she's not gonna end until a baby is gone or whatever. And then Tony's all like, an eye for an eye, I see, huh? And then she's like, nothing's gonna end, or nothing can stop Mother's wrath, because she has that plus 100-fold because she's a ghost or something. And then before that, I think like Betty, or I forgot to mention, but Tony like gives the baby to what's his name, Fangs, and they decide to go to the White Worm, right, and have all the men protect her in this place. And then and then Tony's like, "There's no way she's gonna come in there and try to get her." But then, yeah, we all know how that turns out.
I mean, yeah.
But then, we get to one of the weird parts. But so Tabitha confronts Jughead.
Oh yeah, she literally loses her shit.
Yeah, she fucking just loses her mind for some reason.
She throws all the glass ships on the ground, and she's like, she takes his typewriter, and he's like, no, not the typewriter. She just throws it down on the floor. Yeah. And smashes it in a million pieces.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking destroys Jughead. And she grabs a hammer, and she's like, about to kill him, and she's like, wait, I'm not gonna do it.
Wait, I shouldn't do this. Yeah, exactly. Because I think she gets, from what I remember, she gets mad at... Because, Jughead, I think, previously finishes writing his draft or something. And then Tabitha's like, oh, can I read it? And then he's like, no, I don't show my early drafts to anyone. And then... Oh, he sees you back. And then, so that happens, and then, but then she goes to, she goes to talk to Betty, and then Betty mentions something about, her, that he let her read some of his early drafts. So she gets mad, and then he comes home. And then, so as he comes home carrying a box of wine or whatever the fuck. So she gets super mad at that. She reads, she kind of starts reading the story ahead of time. The rough drafts. And she's like, oh, so you think I don't understand what you're doing or whatever the fuck? I don't understand because you're an artist. He's writing the story and then, but but Jughead's writing about the previous owners, not about them, their relationship. But it kind of, closely matches or whatever the fuck. And then, as... What's it called? Yeah, and then she gets, like, super mad. And then he's like, no, I didn't... And then she's like, oh, you're gonna drink these, huh? And he's like, no, I didn't buy these to drink. I'm gonna, like, empty them out and then fucking put ships in them or whatever the fuck. Because that's his new hobby of ships or whatever. Yeah. And then she's like... With my money?
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking buy all the shit with my hard-earned money? And then that's when she gets all mad and like just fucking throws all the bottles onto the ground. I guess there's just wine and whiskey all over the floor now. Then she throws a typewriter. He's like, no, don't do it! And then she does it.
Yeah.
And then she's literally about to bash his skull in with a fucking hammer. And then she just looks in the mirror and sees that she looks like the previous person that murdered her husband. And then she's like, no, and she drops it. And then, as you mentioned, as she drops it, the hammer doesn't sound like a hammer at all. It sounds like it just sounds like a piece of wood. And then she's like, no, I love you. We're fine after this. It's okay. It's alright. We're fine. And Jughead's like, yeah, I love you too. And that's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
She literally almost murdered you, and you didn't. Just because of reasons. And then when, so what's it called? Like, so they finally, like, make up or whatever, and then, like, it shows the door just close randomly. And it looks like a gust of wind did it, and they're like, oh shit, was that the ghosts? They just left? So I guess it was the ghosts of the previous people were sort of influencing them in a way. Mm-hmm. And then the ghost left, and then they're like, was it just the ghost, or was it us too? And then like Jughead's all like, so I guess ghosts are real now. And then like, almost like he's talking to the audience, because we're like, well, I guess they're real now too. I guess the ghosts are fucking real. What is it? Oh yeah, and then it cuts to, what is it? Tony and Betty go to like the White Worm, and then there's just water flooded the entire floor of the White Worm thing.
Oh yeah.
And then everyone's just like unconscious, knocked out, and they're like, what the fuck? And they go to like Fangs, and he's on the floor, and then they're like, where's the baby? And then she's like, and then he's like, she took her. And they're like, where? Or they're like, where? And they're like, the river or whatever, or the lake. So they're like, oh no, we must go. So they decide to go to the fucking lake or whatever. So Tony and Betty fucking confront La Llorona at this fucking lake. And then, god damn it. So they confront her at this fucking lake.
Oh yeah, Sweetwater River.
Yeah, or is it a river?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was a lake.
You're fucking wrong.
So they confront her at this fucking river or whatever, and then they go and they're like, "No, we can't let you take her." And then she's like, I can't leave here without, I can't leave here without babes. What? Without women? And then you're like, wait, I think she's meaning a baby. And then, so Tony's like, oh fuck shit. And then she's like, we'll make a deal. You save my baby, and I'll go in your place, or you can take me instead.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Okay. I guess she's really just gonna do it. And then Tony takes the baby off from her, and then gives it to fucking Betty.
Yeah.
And then Tony goes, okay, I guess it's time now. And then the fucking La Llorona fucking goes this weird charge attack, and then liquefies into they both just hit each other, and then they liquefy into some sort of liquefaction thing.
It's like fucking Star Wars with Obi-Wan in episode 4.
Yeah, and then it fucking goes to what is it? And then you see in like literally the next scene, and then you see like the woman in black, all in black again, and then with the veil on her face, and then you see her lift it open, and you're like, it's fucking Tony, and you're like, what the fuck? One, I thought it meant when Tony said take me instead that she would just die.
Yeah.
That she would just take her into the lake and kill her. But no, it means that, like, I'm gonna take your place. So now she's a fucking La Llorona.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what it is, a La Llorona. You can just take places with it.
I guess so.
You're just like, no, I'm the new one. It's like a fucking mantle.
Yeah.
It's like the mantle. It's like Black Panther. No, not Black Panther.
I mean, kinda.
Is that the one from Yeah, Black Panther, right? From Wakanda? Right? Wakanda Forever? Yeah. Yeah, it's just fucking Black Panther. You're just like, alright, I assume the mantle now. And she's like, take good care of her, Betty, and then she like walks off into the fucking...
Yeah.
The river or whatever, and just like goes away, and then you're like, what the fuck? Like, you and me both are just laughing like crazy. I wonder if that'll come in to play at any point in the later 3 episodes.
Janus
Where they'll
is
have to
looking for
use
an old
Tony
photo.
as La
It might be
Llorona
interesting to see
for
who's on it.
some fight against evil, I guess, or something. And then what the fuck is that right here? Leaves with B. I wrote leaves with B, but I don't know what that means. But yeah, I think that's all that happens there, right? And then
Yeah.
with that, and then I was gonna say it's funny too that like, oh yeah, no, and then I think it like because it's wrapping everything up, and then like it goes to what's their names, Jughead and like Tabitha, and they're all like,
Oh, diplomatic.
and they're all like, this is just our first fight.
Right there! Hit me!
Nice.
End to Janus.
Disguise yourself.
Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still,
Nice job well done. No one will see you. No one saw it. Yeah, it goes to them talking. And then they're just like... It goes to them talking, and they're just like, oh, oh man, that was crazy. I wonder if that was the ghost or if that was us. And then Jughead's like, well, that was just our first fight. But maybe love is like... challenges. And then you're like, that was just your first fight? And she was like, you know...
He almost fucking murdered you.
She was like so fucking close from murdering you? I don't want to know what happens in the next fights. Is it going to be like a UFC smackdown in the next fights?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's gonna be Tabitha Tate versus Jughead Jones.
In the red...
Fight! It's gonna be like Mortal Kombat.
In the red corner, weighing 120 pounds. She's black. She just kind of looks like a telephone pole booth. Really skinny. She's got kind of boobs a little bit. Versus in the blue corner, weighing 160 pounds. He's got a cap on, but he doesn't wear it anymore. He's an alcoholic. He's a shitty writer. He only writes about experiences that he knows. Jughead Jones. Fight. Oh, man. But yeah, that was just... Jesus fuck. That was just a crazy... That was just a crazy episode, and it's just gonna keep getting more and more crazy as we watch. I don't even want to know how stupid it's gonna get in episode 5.
Oh, you mean when, like, fucking The Flash shows up?
Yeah. When they finally introduce... What's her name? Sabrina.
She'll be in the episode for 5 minutes and then she'll just disappear.
Yeah. She's gonna be in it, remember? And then also, I guess they're gonna have some huge biblical fight with a demon and with a dildo on or something.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a Flash fight. A Flash versus
Archie.
no, Flash versus what was that guy's name?
Lucifer.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. No.
They're gonna just have wands of electricity.
No, God, no.
Lightsaber.
Did you watch those? Did you watch that clip?
I've seen the clip, a little bit of it.
God, it's so cringe.
Yeah. They're gonna have that, but it's Riverdale. It's gonna be Archie's lifeblood.
God, no.
Archie's lifeblood lightsabers versus the demon's lifeblood
That's
lightsabers.
fucking gross.
They're gonna have an epic fight of fucking epic proportions. Oh man.
Wow.
God damn it. But yeah, that's it for episode 2. God damn it. And we have seen episode 3 already, but we are going to
Review that.
talk
on
about it
Sunday.
next time, yeah.
Yeah, next time.
Or tomorrow.
Definitely not tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I guess you have stuff.
Yeah, Sunday I can probably do.
But yeah, I guess we'll do it then. And then
Yeah.
God damn it. I wonder, part of me wonders if they actually are gonna, because I feel like they probably are gonna be like, hey, we're gonna need Tony again
Yeah.
as La Llorona.
Yeah.
We're gonna summon her. But then
Yeah.
the other part of me is also just being like, it's a Riverdale.
Yeah.
They're probably just gonna be like, we forgot about
Yeah.
that it was a plot point at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
We're just gonna completely forget about her. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah. You excited for this season though? What
Oh
do you
yeah, I'm so
what do you think is gonna happen?
fucking excited. Well, I think Archie's somehow gonna make a return.
Oh yeah?
Maybe
That's a pretty
he's-
bold claim.
Maybe he's like the fucking devil character that was teased at the beginning of this season.
Maybe.
Just like he takes off a mask and it's Archie. And he's like, hey, I'm the devil.
It was me all along.
But with Archie's penis.
It was me all along. You know,
Yeah.
you know the one person that was pure of heart that fucking Cheryl said in the episode 1. The only fucking pure of heart person in this town.
Yeah.
Now I'm the devil. For some reason. Oh god. No, I don't even know where they're fucking. I mean, after watching episode 3, I maybe have a little bit of an idea,
Yeah.
but we'll get into it then. But it's sort of like, I don't even know what their plan is. I don't know why. What they're gonna do. Why they want to do anything that they want to do.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll see you at the next one.
Yeah. I guess that's it for episode 2. We'll do episode 3 soon. Sometime soon, eventually. Alright. Thanks for watching.
Peace.